Hi CMS family. Sorry I couldn't come for the support group meeting. I miss seeing you all. This time I wanted to share with you all that how you can meet your daily adequate proteins from everyday meals. This is a very helpful topic for people who have completed more than 1 to 2 years post surgery. As with improved portions, we can meet your protein targets without any supplements as well. Okay, so let's dive into it. Okay, let's first start with how you can calculate your daily protein target. It's very simple. Take your height in centimeters, then the last two digits are the target for sleeve. And if you're a bypass, then you just add 10 plus to it and you get your targeted proteins per day. So here is an example. If your height is 160 centimeters and if you've undergone sleeve surgery, your protein target per day is 60 grams per day. And if you have undergone bypass, then you just have to add 10 to it. So it comes to 70 grams per day protein target. Now, let's understand the protein quality. So, building blocks of protein is called an amino acid. So, to make a chain of a protein, you require variety of amino acids. You can see in this image where there are colored circle. Each circle is an amino acid. So body requires particular sets of amino acids to get the quality protein it needs for its function. When there are all amino acid present, we call it as a complete protein, an ideal form which our body needs. And when there are amino acid missing, it's called an incomplete protein. Here is a list of complete and incomplete protein. Non-vegetarian sources, milk and milk products, and soy products are a complete source of protein. Incomplete protein sources are from grains or pulses, nuts, and seeds. But you can make them into a complete form by combining with other incomplete protein sources. Because what is missing in grain or in group of grains is present in group of dals or pulses. Here are a few examples which I have given. If you combine dal along with rice, you get a complete protein source. Chickpea curry with roti, peanut butter with a whole wheat bread, or hummus with wheat pita. Now let's understand a practical approach. Okay, how much protein are you getting from your everyday food? Let's check meal by meal. Let's start with breakfast first. 1 cup of poha, that is 100 to 120 grams of poha or suji upma normally gives 2.5 grams of protein. But you can improve it if you if you take 50 grams of poha instead, or instead of using suji, you improve to dalia. So you take 50 grams of poha or dalia. In that, you add 15 grams of peanuts or 50 grams of sprouts. So overall, you get 6 grams of proteins. Or you can follow a smart eating order. Eat your proteins first. So if you eat 50 grams of sprouts first, you get 5 grams of protein. Or if you start with sattu and curd mixed with roasted peanuts in it, you can get even 9.6 grams of protein from just your protein source first. And overall, once you take your poha and all, you come to even 11 grams of protein in this entire meal. So from 2.5 grams, you are improving your protein sources to almost 6 to 11 grams. Breakfast options like idli. If you're taking two small idlis, which comes around 120 grams, which is prepared from a standard batter, that is majority it is rice and then limited portion is your dal. So it is only 2.5 grams of protein. But instead, even if you improve your dal to 50% and along with that take either rice or millet 50%, you can improve it to 5 grams, which is almost double to the quantity that you're getting without from the standard batter. Okay, if you're taking dal only idli, that is idli is prepared from dal batters itself, so you can you take dals, you can grind it, you can add curd to it, so the fermentation and also overall it becomes a nice, the batter comes out very well. So you can, if you're just taking dal idlis, you can get up to 8 grams of protein from that. One stuffed aloo paratha, which is normally 80 grams, it normally gives 3.5 grams of protein. But instead of stuffing it with aloo, if you stuff it with 50 grams of paneer, you can easily get around 11 grams of protein. Or if you're adding dal or sattu to it, and then you eat that paratha with a cup of curd or say small quantity or 2 tablespoons of curd, you can improve the protein source from 8.5 to 11 grams of protein you can get from the improved options. Another common breakfast option, that is one suji chila. So that is one chila only, which comes around 30 grams. It just gives 2 grams of protein. Okay. So you can improve it by making it entirely dal chila. And if you're adding grated paneer or cheese, which can be very appetizing as well. So if you make it in that way, you can even improve your proteins to 12 grams per plate of chila. Now let's come to few lunch and dinner options, starting with a simple roti. Normally, roti gives 3 grams of protein, but if you improve it and make it a multi-grain roti, that is, you take 50% dal flour and if you add 50% of millet or wheat flour, you can even get proteins from your rotis. That is, you can improve it to 7 grams per roti. And the vegetable that you take along with your roti, normally if you just have a habit of eating roti sabzi, because many of the time patients tell me that they're just eating roti sabzi, and normally there are no protein sources because the roti is just sweet roti, and the vegetable can simply just be a green leafy vegetable or bottle gourd or just pumpkin vegetable, and this is hardly giving even 1 gram of protein per vegetable. Okay, but you can improve this vegetable as well. Instead of palak or just palak ka sabzi, you can improve it to palak paneer. If you're taking loki ka sabzi and moong dal to it, or you can take separately chickpeas along with that, pumpkin with curd, or in the gravy of that vegetable. Okay, you can add blended paneer or dals as a gravy thickener. This helps to improve the protein significantly from 1 gram to 15 grams per cup. That is, 100 grams of vegetable can give you up to 15 grams of protein if you're doing just these modifications. Another option, khichdi. Even while preparing khichdi, majority of the times it is more amount of rice and less of dal, which is hardly giving any protein. But if you improve the portion, if you improve dal and you reduce rice, you can meet to 8 grams. Or if you're improving dal and adding a cup of curd to it as well, you can get good 7.5 grams of protein to it. Vegetable pulao, instead of just taking simple vegetable pulao, that is just rice and few veggies, you can improve it by adding either pulse to it. That is, you can add rajma, or if you want, you can add chola or cowpea beans. You can add paneer, you can add soy chunks, tofu, and you can drastically improve the protein quantity to 8 to 12 grams of protein. If you don't want to add any like pulses or soy or paneer to your pulao, and if you just want to take simply vegetable pulao, that is with any French beans or cauliflower or something. So you first take 50 grams of vegetable pulao. Along with that, add a cup of 50 grams of sprouts raita or a green pea sticky. So there is a protein source coming in another form, but your meal entirely gives you good protein balance. That is, from taking 3 grams when you're just eating simple vegetable pulao, you're improving the quantity to 12 grams of protein in that meal. Even pav bhaji, one of the appetizing dinner options majority of the people opt for. So what you can do is, in the vegetable, instead of adding mashed potatoes as a gravy base, you can add mashed chickpeas or sprouts to vegetable, which can improve your proteins to 8 grams. There are few protein, instead of taking pav, you can improve to protein bread as well. So there is a brand called the Health Factory. So two slices of this protein bread gives you 10 grams of protein. So even from an appetizing dish, normally pav bhaji, if you take, you will think of, oh, it is not in something that it is not according to your diet, or not, it is something that I should be following when I'm on a weight loss journey. But even with this modification, you can get a good balance and you can improve your protein to 18 grams as well. Some noodles or white sauce pasta or pizza, if you're taking, normally it will give you just 3 grams of protein. But if you add on some if you're adding the toppings of paneer or soy chunks or tofu, or if you are preparing the sauce, instead of adding any cream or any other like when you're preparing white sauce, you can add blended paneer to it, or a silken tofu, so that the base or the sauce is also a protein rich option. You can even opt for the noodles, and there are pastas available which are even millet or buckwheat based noodles and pasta which are available, or it can be your pizza base as well. So overall, if you see, if you combine all these ingredients, from 3 grams of protein you are improving it to 14 grams of protein. Few evening snack options. If you're taking 100 to 120 grams of just normal bhel or choda, which just gives 2 grams of protein, you can switch it to a sprouts bhel, chana chaat, chana jor garam bhel, which is giving you 7.5 grams of protein. You can even, now this these are like the options which you prepare, like it is a fresh option which is prepared, but you can even keep a dry mix at your place. You can add some portions of makhana, roasted chana, peanut, and for 100 to 120 grams you can improve your protein from 2 to 8 grams of protein per cup. Khakra also, normally there are just wheat khakras which we normally take, but there are even dal based or mud khakras available in the market. So if you take two mud khakras, you get 7 grams of protein. Or if you just want to take normal wheat khakra, you can either take it with 50 grams of hung curd with 1 tablespoon of sattu already mixed in it. And you can add your flavors. You can add mid chutney to it and all, and make a nice appetizing dip with your khakra as well. Or if you like how we prepare masala papad, you can even prepare khakra in a similar manner. You can top it with 50 grams of low-fat paneer, crumbles, or and you can add veggies to it. So your protein from 3 grams, you can improve to 11 grams if you're topping it up with paneer and vegetable and making a nice, instead of an evening snack, it can also be a nice dinner option or an appetizing meal option as well. Coming to sandwiches, instead of taking just simple vegetable sandwich, okay, first you have to identify like what are the protein sources that you're going to add. So paneer and chickpeas are a good protein source which you can add in sandwiches. So instead of taking two slices, take one slice. Prepare an open sandwich so that you can add more amount of protein to it and improve on the protein part more. So you can add chickpeas or paneer to it. You can grate low fat cheese, add veggies to it, and one sandwich can give you up to 9 grams of protein. Okay. And in the bread that you're taking, instead of whole grain bread, if you're opting for that protein bread which I mentioned in previous slides, you can get one for per slice of that bread. It is giving 5 grams. So overall, from a sandwich also you can get 15 grams of protein. Here are also few in between add-ons. Like these are like, other than your meals, what other things you can add on in between to improve your proteins? One is you can take 250 ml of buttermilk prepared from 100 grams of curd, add 2 tablespoons of sattu to it. You can easily get 10 grams of protein from this option. If you're taking, or another option is 30 grams of seeds consumed in between meals. So 1 tablespoon is 15 grams. So after your meal or in between, you can take 15 grams. So like mukwas also, you can dry roast it and keep it in your bag or at your workplace as well. So you can take 1 tablespoon at a time. So per day, 30 grams, that is 2 tablespoons of seeds consumed anytime, can give you 6 to 8 grams of additional protein. So overall, these are like good protein sources which you can opt for throughout the day. So this is one of the sample diets which I prepared. If you have completed 2 years post surgery and your portions are good enough, that is, you're at 200-gram portion size, then the breakfast options which we discussed in previous slides, just improving the quantity to 200 grams. You can see that with breakfast, like good protein rich option in between by adding buttermilk and sattu. Your simple meal, like normally what we prepare at our place, like dal, sabzi, fulka, brown rice or brown rice along with that. And in between after meal, roasted mixed seeds as mukwas, sprouts bale, or and something appetizing for dinner as well. Okay, if you're opting for something else. If you're following it in this pattern, you can easily meet up to 75 grams of protein per day if your portion size is improved to 200 grams. A few things which you have to remember. First of all, know your portion size. When you know your portions, it is easier for you to track your proteins using the protein rich food sheet, which you all must have gotten from the handout which was shared during the support group as well. So you know that, okay, your portion size is 100 grams, and from 100, as we say, maximum is supposed to be a protein source. So it can be your 50 grams to 70 grams if your is your protein source. So you know, okay, from this much portion, then you calculate in your protein sheet, okay, this much quantity of non-veg or this much quantity of chicken or dal is giving me certain grams of protein. So you're tracking your proteins. Plan your grocery. always keep a protein rich source available at your place. Always, whenever you are taking like in your pantry or all, make sure there is one or the other protein source available. Spread variety throughout the day and practice food journaling. See, when you're noting down what you're eating, what are options you have taken, what things are working well for you, so you know that how your body is also reacting. You'll be able to track what all meal options you are taking. And if you are facing difficulty with tracking your proteins, even if you're just maintaining that food journal, and when you come for follow-ups, I can even calculate how much proteins you are getting through your meals currently. So little drops of water make the mighty ocean. The idea is that even the one gram of protein that you're taking, at the end of the day, it is helping you meet your protein targets. Thank you, everyone.